Hi there, YouTube. I'm Scotty Deluxe, but on this channel you can call me Quetch. Here we cover all things current Final Fantasy XI, and we are continuing to work through the gear reviews of the +3 Empyrean. A lot of the initial parts of these gear were covered in the +2 videos. If you haven't seen them already, go back and watch them, and then come watch your favorite jobs for the +3 videos. Essentially, we're getting marginal stat increases, but in some cases it is making the +3 it is putting the +3 into current gear sets that people are using compared to where the +2 was at. So let's hop right in with the next set of jobs, and we're going to start with Ninja. Ninja gets more. Oh, they learned their lesson. They did not increase the dual wield. They did increase the damage taken, and they did add 2% more double attack on NIN. NIN is the melee stance. I'm not sure if... Oh, the melee / casting stance. So NIN 2% double attack is very good here. It's basically a free 2% double attack. This is a good upgrade. This is what your standard upgrade should look like. It's taking something that the job is actually utilizing and improving it, and giving you additional damage taken, so this acts almost as a hybrid set as well. Obviously, the dual wield is bad. You do not want this 7 dual wield on this piece. It should be gone. It shouldn't be in the +2. It should not be in the +3. This is a reduction to your overall TP gain. If this piece were a piece that you'd want to use in like, I'm not haste capped, let me put on extra dual wield, that would be great. However, this piece is your max DPS ninja TP piece. You should not be having dual wield in there to reduce your TP production. SE, if you watch these videos, which I highly doubt, but maybe, hey, I love your game. I play it all the time. Big fan. Thank you for all you do. Genuinely. Please take dual wield off this piece. Hattori Ningi. We're going to move on to the body slot. So what do we have here? Migawari +16. So, okay. So, without having to figure out and parse this all myself while we're sitting here talking, I will say that, basically, if you take a really high damage hit, which is over a percentage of your max HP, then that attack is negated. And this piece now has a 2% higher, essentially, activation rate. A 2% higher threshold, 2% lower threshold, so it's better, essentially. So if does this have to be on cast? It has to be worn when the attack lands. Likely, no one's doing that. Unless you're planning on locking in your Migawari set, which I guess there's certain pieces of content where you would. I doubt anybody's actually doing that. However, crit rate +8% and damage taken -13. I don't know, maybe there's some kind of hybrid build going on with this. Ninjas, this looks like a not good piece to me. You let me know. Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree. But I don't think this piece is doing what SE wants it to do. I mean, maybe you're logging in the Migawari. I don't know. Moving on to the Hattori Teko +3. Magic burst damage and fute. Oh, this and elemental ninjutsu damage +6. This is the off the charts piece, right? Isn't this like the you could not get a better ninja nuking piece? Because fute is a multiplier too, right? Your next elemental ninjutsu will dispense 2 tools and deal 50% more damage. And then I assume this plus is a multiplier, but it doesn't actually say here. So instead of 50, it's 76 maybe. They don't say here. It might just be magical damage, like the way the job points are. I don't actually know. But higher damage via fute, higher magic burst damage on the main piece, and then elemental ninjutsu damage going from 16 to 18, which is itself a multiplier. Yep. Awesome nuking piece. I think that nuking from ninjas is starting to reassert itself as a relevant strategy in the game, especially given like objectives in sortie. So I could see this being someone's, so far, one of the first pieces someone might make with their ninja. Legs, Hattori Hakama. Increases counters on Yonin, katana skill, damage taken. I mean, if you're tanking with Yonin, maybe you're using this, maybe you're locking this into your tank set. I don't know, and the reason I don't know is because there's not enough Bonanza katanas out there for people to be doing all the ninja tanking stuff. But, I mean, what are you going to do? Gives more counter with Yonin up. I guess if you're tanking, you probably want this. Extra counter is extra counter, extra DT is extra DT. So this probably is your tanking piece. Tanking ninjas, awesome. 2% extra counter rate, 1% extra DT, more HP, more defense. Sure. Sure. Moving on, Hattori Kaihan. Tactical parry, more parry from, more TP from parrying, which is sort of like doesn't matter. Utsumi +1 stayed the same, which is probably fine because Utsumi +1 is pretty busted on its own. But weapon skill damage 12. Congratulations, ninjas. Welcome to the modern era. For something like Chi, you're still going to want Niame. For, you know, your other melee weapon skills, this is going to be great, I assume. This is probably likely the first piece you make. I would say, looking at this set quickly, if you're a tanking ninja, you might strongly consider this one, but I think the first piece for anybody is going to be the feet. Probably the second piece will end up being the hands, depending upon if you nuke or not. After that, or even the head for the TP phase. Actually, you know what? This set, I like this. This set does a lot more than the Bard set did. You have a TP piece, you have a tanking piece, you have a DPS piece, and you have a magic casting piece. I think Ninja has a fine set. This reminds me more of where Paladin is at, where its coverage is covering the entirety of the job for the most part. I think Ninja did well. It's not over the top like some other jobs get, but it's all pretty standardly good. So yeah, let's move on. We have the Ranger set. Now here is where Ranger may or may not utilize a darn thing. I haven't even made any of my Ranger set. Look, it's still in my inventory. Look, I just pulled it out of the Mog slip because I'm like, I don't want to upgrade any of it. There's nothing about it that I need. So probably whatever the weapon skill damage piece is will be the only one. And if that, because if I recall, there's no magical mab on it. I don't know. Let's just take a look at the set, yeah. Great. More overcapped enmity on the headpiece. Snapshot 9. I never bothered to look into whether or not that's helpful. I don't think it is. Body velocity shot. Yeah. The velocity shot in the body is relevant. And the PDL 10 is relevant. So the body is... this is a relevant piece for sure. I just didn't bother to do it because, like, for me, it's like I'm not using Ranger enough, specifically shooting with physical weapon skills. I mean, I guess if I ever get back to era body, I'll want the body for sure. Oh, actually, look at this. The body's the only piece that's not in my inventory, so it's probably sitting on Ruspix right now. So, whatever. I mean, this is clearly good, and especially at PDL 10, it's very good. Rangers are going to want this. So, sort of the issue, once again, is there's no MAB on it, but there is PDL. So, it's for, like, Last Stand and Coronach and shooting. Yeah, this piece is really strong, for sure. So, but if I recall, this is the only piece. So, let's look through the rest of the set. Aside from the gloves, bounty shot. So, if you're looking to increase with bounty shot... mind you, I'm saying this from the perspective of the +2 was not very appealing. Will the +3 give us more reason to want to make this as a Ranger? The bounty shot effect that's pretty strong. Bounty shot +4, I think, is literally like brings it up 4 TH levels. Yeah. So you get a treasure hunter level of 6 just by shooting bounty shot with this piece, which is almost up to Thief of 8. So I like that Ranger is kind of sitting in this sub-Thief era sort of spot for Treasure Hunter. That's pretty cool. It definitely closed the gap. You know, before this piece, we only had 4, and now we have 6, which is significant. Store TP11 is, I think, might be the same as Malignance now. What is this? The hand slot? Malignance is 12. So unless you really want the higher ranged attack and ranged accuracy and stats, oh, and archery skill. So specifically, your mid shot set for archery, this is going to be probably far superior to Malignance, but who's using archery? Still nobody. Less store TP than Malignance. Now you do have 11% damage taken compared to Malignance's 5. If you're shooting up close and don't want to get hurt, it's a weird piece all over the place. I do like the bounty shot effect. I think this is for career rangers. We'll definitely make this. I would call myself just below a career ranger. I play the job for its DPS, not so much its utility. If I want to be utility, I'll play Corsair. But strong consideration in the Amini Glovelets. Amini Brog, True Shot, Store TP 12, crit rate. So let's see. The legs on Malignance are STP 10. So yes, so this is your mid shot set. True Shot. Most players are playing marksmanship or any place where you'd want the. Oh well, okay. So Gandiva mid shot with the crit rate. If you're in archery's true shot range, which is a little bit better than marksmanship's, yeah, okay. I think that this piece was likely slightly better than Malignance at +2. It's going to be better at +3. Yeah. I mean, you're looking at a difference of a handful of store TP and but the crit rate, honestly, the crit rate is fine. I'm not sure if I'd use this over Gleddies in a, let's say Arabati. You're doing what's the gun with the crit rate on it? Armageddon strat over what Gleddies with the PDL. I mean, it depends upon if you have a Geo and stuff. If you know you're attack capped, probably Gleddies is going to be better. Gleddies breaches are crit rate 7, PDL 8. Yeah. So you don't need the TP if you're doing, and that's the thing. And that I want these archery. Yeah, I hear you. So here's what makes this piece a little weird, but it's not as bad as some of the other pieces I've complained about. Crit rate plus true shot is a fine combination in Gandiva mid shot AM3, Armageddon mid shot AM3. If you can be this close to a mob, what is it, 5 Yalms or something on marksmanship? But you don't really care about the store TP because you're not planning on weapon skilling usually with those, for whatever reason. So I don't know. Also being your best store TP mid shot, maybe. Fine. Yeah, okay. I admit this is a good piece. I just feel like their margins. Again, you'd want Gleddies in. That's what I was saying though. You'd want Gleddies in anything you're doing that truly matters. So this 6% crit rate is just going to be non-existent. I don't know. It's a piece that isn't quite doing what it should be, but it's doing everything okay. I don't know. There it is. Amini Brogs, the Ranger leg slot. And here we are. Weapon skill damage 12% feet. Marksmanship skill. This is the piece that I was thinking. Excellent, excellent, excellent for Koronach and Last Stand. But that's it. Right? Oh, well, I guess the archery weapon skills as well. But you're not using it for true flight. You want the Ame. Well, which is fine. I'm happy to make this piece now. Yeah, 56 agility, baller. That's the last time using that word in this video or any other videos ever. Okay. 12% weapon skill damage. Obviously very good. Enmity minus 12, very welcome. Marksmanship skill is incredibly high. Yep. This will get much use, especially considering that your PDL feats aren't that great. We looked at them before, but I'll look at them again. Glutty's boots are PDL 5 and agility 33. I mean, these boots right here are going to monster the crap out of anything else Ranger has in that slot for physical marksmanship-based weapon skills, or physical weapon skills in general. So, is it your Savage Blade piece? Probably that too. Let's see, Mind 26, Strength 29, probably better than the Ame. Oh, Ikengas. You're right. Shoot, I said Glutties. This whole time I've said Glutties. You got to compare the PDL on Ikengas. I believe that the comparison is still fine there. I'm so used to using my Dagger DD jobs. My gosh. PDL, it's even less, right? So, yeah. So, 3% PDL. I mean, this piece is a joke. I mean, 52 agility. Okay, at least the agility is better. 52 agility, 3 PDL, compared to 51 agility, 12 weapon skill damage is going to be just obviously better. So, very good score here for Ranger. Yeah, I mean, Ranger's fine. I guess now with +3, the body, the feet, very good. The legs, marginal upgrade in your mid shot. Happy to see it. Much happier with the +3 than I was with the +2. Yeah. Moving on to our third job of this video. All right, what do we have left? The Samurai. Store TP. Okay, here we go. Your Kabuto. Store TP 12, damage taken -10. This was already a great hybrid piece. It's now slightly better. Higher stats, higher attack accuracy, higher STP, damage taken. Still maintains its place. This may be... You're losing Flama, right? Isn't Samurai on Flama? No, they're on... Yeah, they're on Flama. So triple attack 5, STP 6. You'll have to compare this to Flama for your TP purposes, but I think that in general, most players are going to choose this Kasuga Kabuto at this point, just because it's got more modern stats. Yeah, much higher Meva, bit higher defense, little less HP, same strength. I don't know. I mean, STP 12, DT -10 for a hybrid, it's definitely better than Flama. Moving on to the body. Yeah, nutty. It was already good for the Zanhaso build. You get one more STP, 1 more damage taken, 2% more on Zanshin procs, more accuracy, more attack, more great katana skill. I mean, this is just a hefty piece of gear. Possibly in the top 5, definitely in the top 10. What we'll do is, I think, after all this review is over, look forward to a, let's say, top 10 pieces to come out of Sortie, or to come out of Empyrean+3. This piece is definitely on the top 10 list at the very least. It's just very strong, and yeah, you're gonna want it for the Zanhaso stuff, or possibly even outside of that as well. It's your DTPs and your STP. It's just so good. I can't even look at it anymore. I'm jealous. All right. Here's your WSD 12 piece. The Sekinoki stuff didn't change. Sekinoki. But you get 12% WSD. Attack accuracy. It's your hand slot, so it's high dex. I mean, what were we looking at with Naame hands? All right, well, it's higher WSD than Naame hands, higher strength, higher dex, higher everything. This piece is a must-make for Samurai. Whether you make it before the body is up to you, but there's also another piece we're going to talk about in a moment here. It is the legs. They bumped up the STP from 10 to 11, DT from 10 to 11. They did not increase the hassle effect, which I know players were looking for, I believe. This was good at +2. I think it's still what you're using at +3. Convince me if you think I'm wrong here, but I can foresee the legs and body and even head being the insaniest damage taken store TP Zanhaso thing that has ever existed. It's just like nuts. How about the feet? Conserve TP, PDL 10. Yeah. What an insane what an insane PDL piece too. Because now you have a chance of retaining TP in your PDL piece for when you're at attack cap. I mean, you got great gear. I mean, this whole set is just fantastic across the board. Like, it does everything that your job wants to do better than it used to do it and better than other jobs do it. This is the example of what a great set looks like. Although it is sort of like kind of hitting one note, the store TP damage taken note, that note is very important for Samurai, and they did it well. So congratulations, Samurai. You probably got a 5 out of 5 here, and it's likely the only job with it. No, White Mage was basically a 5 out of 5 for career White Mages. But basically every Samurai should 5 out of 5 this. All right, that's Samurai. On to the fourth job in this video. Dragoon. Your weapon skill damage 12 piece has more polearm skill, more stats. You're comparing that probably to Nyame head, which I think there's going to be no comparison here. Nyame head is currently at 10 at max. More accurate, similar accuracy, no, similar attack to Nyame Path B. Higher accuracy, plus you get the polearm skill, so it does have higher attack and accuracy than the Nyame rank 20 or 25. Higher weapon skill damage. Yeah, I mean, this is just good. Yep, standard good. Possibly the first piece you make on Dragoon. Moving on to the body. 14 STP, 10 PDL. Crazy good. I mean, a lot of Dragoons are already using the STP on the body for their TP phase. Now you have an excellent PDL piece, PDL 10 with proper stats. Super solid. Also, like maybe strangely good for a Rongemont AM3 build, which I don't think anybody's really doing except for maybe an Odyssey farm. There may be people doing that. Yeah, I mean, very strong. It's obviously it's your PDL 10. Also, STP 14 is like probably one of the highest in the game. Peltas Vambraces, double attack 7, Spirit Link 16, augment Spirit Link damage taken -10. The Spirit Link we established last time in the last video that this is good, but not game breaking, but the few percentages are going to obviously matter. Double attack +7 on the hand slot is high. Compare that to what, like actually Gleddies, because this is a set that equips Gleddies, and I'm not just going crazy. Gleddies is STP and crit rate, so Gleddies is going to be good in like your Mythic Dragoon and possibly even still in like your Aeonic Dragoon, but maybe you choose to use these as your TP piece and Aeonic with the Aeonic polearm. Maybe. I guess it depends upon the rest of your set, right? Maybe this is where you want to get your double attack, your multi-attack from. I don't know. Moving on. Peltasts, Pants, Spirit Jump Attack, Soul Jump Attack, Critical Hit Damage. Sheesh. Anyway, this is your crit damage piece. I don't know, maybe you... what's that weapon skill? The weapon skill that wants crit and crit damage in it. Drakesbane. This is probably your Drakesbane piece. Again, a lot of the early stuff, these additions, like the +2 stuff was covered in the +2 videos. If you haven't watched those, go back and watch those. Come back and check out the changes in the stats. But this is probably that for that weapon skill. But it also has damage taken -13, which is nice DT in your weapon skill set. But I don't play Dragoon, so I'm a little less informed, but obviously more jump attack is going to be good. Yeah. Not as crazy as the other slots, but still it's a huge crit hit damage. Peltasts Shimbolds. Spirit Jump TP +90 instead of 80. Damage taken -11. Yeah, this is your spirit jump macro piece, and that's all it is. This literally offers nothing else to the job. Okay. That was a quick and easy one. Dragoon got things they wanted in the WSD 12 and the PDL 10 and the high STP body piece. This is good. I'd say a slightly above average set for the Dragoon. In order of which you'd want to make them, possibly the head first for the WSD, possibly the body first for the STP, and then the PDL is probably third, depending upon where you often find yourself playing Dragoon. On to Summoner. Avatar's Favor. We did get an additional tier of Avatar's Favor. I know a lot of players were like, do they give us 5? Like, that'd be crazy. So yeah, so this is your, while your avatar is out, you know, obviously during Avatar's Favor, you have this piece on, and it's friggin' good. So Summoners, this is easily one of the best. This is probably a top 5 piece. In general, not only that, I didn't even mention the summoning magic skill, allowing people to get 22nd BPs, without the crafted gear and just more MLs. Yeah, that makes total sense. This is a top 5 piece for sure. The +1 was used, but this piece took the +1 and just made it like way better, and it just offers so much to the job. And I haven't even looked at the rest of the set yet, but my gosh, it's just a gift. All right, let's move on to the Summoner body. Avatar perp -8, DT -13, summoning magic skill +24. This is just really good, right? Is this not best in slot for Avatar perp? Like, what on earth? Body is doing great for doing stuff like Dyna. That makes sense because it's perp and it's DT. Apogee +1 is still best for refresh. I see. I mean, yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, yeah, I like that for like Dyna, you know, because you got the DT and stuff. The Mava is a little low. Oh no, it's not. There it is, 130. And MDB 10, yeah, it's really strong. Cool. All right. The summoners in chat, by the way, YouTube, you can always watch the Twitch chat on screen because they have a lot more to say about the jobs that I don't play. I don't play well, at least. Mana Seed +140, depending upon day or weather, halves Avatar perp cost. Yeah, I don't think this is actually that great. There's no like summoning skill. You have some summoner guides on YouTube, Claudius? Ah, there you go. There's an expert in chat, nonetheless. Channels your MP into TP for avatars and elementals. Expends 100 MP from your avatar to gain 1,000 TP. Oh, this is a JA/JA Mana Seed. Okay. So this increases the amount of TP gained when using Mana Seed. I'm sure that summoners utilize this at some point, and we get a little bit more from that. Yeah, JA only. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. Otherwise, it looks kind of useless. BPD 12 is pretty high, but I feel like the BPD stuff is kind of like unmitigated. I mean, even the body, that BPD 13. But I'm pretty sure that's already covered. Like, I'm pretty sure there's better than this. Right? Chat, tell me. Is this your BPD set at all or no? Captain Merlinic hands is still maybe best. Okay. So you could potentially make this and have to skip logs, or I mean, if you're gonna do this for the other reasons anyway, maybe, I don't know. Summoner gear is very one of those things where it's like you can kind of make do with a slot in a multiple variety of ways, but there is like a mathematically correct best answer as well, which I think is interesting compared to other jobs. Anyway, moving on. Summoning skill 30 seems really high. Blood Boon +14. Occasionally cuts down BP cost of blood packs. Yeah, I'm not really worried about that. Yeah. TP bonus here. TP bonus on this. I'll let the summoners in chat comment on whether or not this piece is also really good. I think Claudius said there that it may be adding hands and feet to BP set now. Yeah, it's what I guess what I'm getting at is it's not a clear winner. So Summoner also already had a lot of strong options for certain things, and it's the reason why I'm so on top of this headpiece, because this is the example of getting something new and really good looks like. And then the body is just like, the body's good if you don't want to spend the gil, probably. If you can afford to, if you can get the currencies to upgrade, you can make the body without spending the gil on Bayami. Lastly, we have the feet. Perp cost -9. Oh yeah, and of course the DT. So like, it's anything where you're going to be taking extra damage, maybe you're just putting these in. Like I'm thinking like, for example, if you're still bringing Mewing Lullaby into Odyssey mobs, maybe you just want this set, you know? The summoners are going to have to figure out this thing. I mean, you definitely have options now for something non-squishy. I will say that. Looking at the rest of this set, I will say it's a great non-squishy option that doesn't like cut down your avatar perp cost, or that also cuts your avatar perp cost. Yeah, because normally you were like locking in Niame, but you're losing like perpetuation, you're losing summoning skill or whatever, what have you. And so this actually, looking at this set, like if you're wanting to prog Odyssey, high Odyssey NMs as a summoner, you may actually be wanting most of this, if not all. And there's some extra perp cost here. Again, I don't know which pieces are which, so whether this is best in slot for that or not, I'll let chat fill in. But I believe that was 5 jobs. Summoner, Dragoon, Sam, Ranger, and Ninja. So do I cut the video here? I think we only have like, what, 2 jobs left? No, we have 5 jobs. 6, 7. We have 7 jobs. Okay, that's going to do it for this video. Stay tuned tomorrow for the next video in the series covering the next 5 jobs and the changes that have come to that gear and where it's kind of being used in the meta, all this information. Remember to like this video if you enjoy this content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It is something like 80% of my viewership is not subscribed? 70%? I have to look at the numbers again. But a large percentage of you aren't subscribed. So hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next video, okay? Peace out.